This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Rolex, the iconic luxury watchmaker, seems to be shedding its conservative skin and embracing creative leaps. New materials like ceramic and ever-rose gold whisper of possibilities, while playful dial colors hint at a more adventurous spirit. The possibilities are tantalizing. Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. We will be on the edge of our seats, waiting to see what the crown jewel unveils next. In this video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will be forecasting the releases from Rolex in the upcoming year. This involves strategic analysis based on trends, economic factors, and the brand's historical behavior. While we acknowledge that not all predictions may materialize, the anticipation is that if they do, the results would be intriguing and within the realm of possibility. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, we highly recommend doing so now to stay informed about our future video releases. Before delving into our Rolex 2024 forecasts, let us take a moment to review what Rolex unveiled in 2023. Last year witnessed a significant overhaul, with the redesign of both the Daytona and Skydweller collections. Simultaneously, new gold-inspired references were introduced to the GMT Master II collection, alongside the debut of a titanium Yachtmaster. Surprisingly, Rolex also ventured into the vintage aesthetic with the release of the 1908 collection, a remarkable move given their exploration of materials previously untouched. This comprehensive activity, within a single year, is truly noteworthy for Rolex. The introduction of a watch in an entirely new material raises speculation about future endeavors. Our optimism inclines us to believe that Rolex will continue to highlight creativity in 2024. For those wondering about the release date of Rolex's 2024 watches, it is worth noting that this information is public knowledge. The unveiling is scheduled to take place at the Watches and Wonders Geneva event on April 9, 2024. Now let us dive with our top 10 Rolex predictions. Collectors will be able to witness a noticeable uptick in Rolex production in 2024. The discussion has been ongoing for a few years. Initially, it began as a rumor suggesting that Rolex was contemplating investing in additional factories. Over time, this speculation evolved into reality as Rolex officially declared its intention to ramp up production. While such changes require a considerable period, we anticipate that 2024 will mark the year when consumers start witnessing the tangible outcomes of this increased production at Rolex. A 2024 discontinued Rolex will be an icon. Presently, the most closely guarded information from Rolex suggests that they are grappling with production challenges specifically related to red in the GMT Master II Pepsi bezel. Given the brand's meticulous approach and emphasis on production efficiency, it would not be surprising if the Pepsi 126710BL model were discontinued in 2024. The Rolex GMT Master II Pepsi has undeniably stood as an icon for several decades, and the prospect of its discontinuation might disappoint many enthusiasts. However, there's reassurance in the fact that Rolex has revived it in the past, indicating a likelihood of its return once the production hurdles are overcome. Furthermore, there's speculation that the Coke version featuring a black and red bezel might make an appearance in 2024 as a potential replacement. Expect another upward adjustment in Rolex prices for the year 2024. Rolex is set to raise its prices in 2024, with the expected date for this adjustment being January 1st. Our confident anticipation of this change is based on our documented observations of Rolex implementing price increases in the past 2 years, both consistently taking effect on New Year's Day. While the idea of a 2024 Rolex price increase may not be universally welcomed, it falls within the company's prerogative. The surge in demand, coupled with the consistently high quality of their products, justifies such adjustments. It is realistic to acknowledge that those who can afford a $10,000 watch can accommodate a $10,500 price point. While prolonged price increases may present challenges for prospective Rolex buyers, they concurrently serve to benefit existing Rolex owners by helping to uphold the value of their current watches over time. 2024 used Rolex prices will continue to decline on the gray market. The anticipated trend for Rolex watches prices in 2024 is a decline. Two significant indicators supporting this downward trajectory are Rolex's augmented watch supply and the departure of flippers from the industry. As Rolex continues to boost the availability of its watches, scarcity diminishes. Consequently, gray market dealers face challenges selling watches that were once considered hard to obtain at a premium. The inability to command higher premiums on Rolex watches in the gray market diminishes the purchasing power of gray market dealers when acquiring inventory. This ripple effect adversely affects flippers or the individuals who purchase Rolex watches at retail prices only to promptly resell them at a profit to pre-owned dealers. With flippers exiting the market, there will be increased availability for collectors to purchase watches at retail prices. This compounded effect, coupled with Rolex's initial increase in supply, is expected to influence a decline in the prices of pre-owned watches in 2024. In 2024, Rolex will revive a vintage classic. In the previous year, Rolex unveiled the 1908, a vintage reissue, and a solid gold Daytona bearing a striking resemblance to the vintage Paul Newman reference. A clear prediction for Rolex in 2024 is the sustained release of vintage-inspired watches. An ideal candidate for reintroduction is the Perpetual Calendar Moonphase model. Vintage originals of this model are scarce in the pre-owned market, and when they do surface at auctions, they fetch price tags well into the six-figure range. Rolex will recapture the Oyster Perpetual dial craze in 2024. In 2020, Rolex made a bold move by introducing a vibrant array of colors for their Oyster Perpetual collection, setting the watch world ablaze. The Oyster Perpetual, once considered a starter Rolex watch, became highly sought after and faced scarcity issues, selling for double their original prices on the pre-owned market. Since then, Rolex has phased out half of the color options, causing the demand for the Oyster Perpetual to revert to its previous levels. There is a possibility that Rolex will revive the fervor for Oyster Perpetual dials by introducing new variations this year. Speculatively, rather than opting for vibrant colors, Rolex might explore textured dials as part of their design strategy. Rose gold will be introduced to the Submariner collection. If we could make one wish for our 2024 Rolex predictions to materialize, it would be the introduction of two-tone and solid rose gold Submariners. Rolex's renowned Rose Gold, known for its warm hue, could find a fitting place in the Submariner collection. The incorporation of rose gold opens the door to numerous possibilities for new dial and bezel color combinations in the Submariner line. Traditionally, the Submariner collection has been limited in its use of colors, often centered around green. The addition of rose gold has the potential to inject excitement into this collection, offering collectors a diverse range of watches to add to their collections. A 37mm Rolex Submariner will be released. Rolex and its sister brand, Tudor, share a huge portion of their heritage. Traditionally, it has been Tudor that emulates Rolex's path, but our prediction for this year suggests a reversal of roles. In the previous year, Tudor took a bold step by introducing a 37mm Black Bay diver. Despite the risk involved, the watch garnered immense enthusiasm and proved to be a tremendous success, emerging as a standout feature at Watches and Wonders Geneva. A surprising yet captivating forecast for Rolex in 2024 is the release of a 37mm Submariner. This move aligns with the growing trend of smaller watches and is expected to appeal to individuals with more petite wrists, including men seeking a smaller size or women eager to join the Submariner collection. This Sea Dweller will get a chronograph reference. If Rolex aims to make a significant impact and elevate the Sea Dweller collection to new heights, an audacious move would be the introduction of a second chronograph in a 45mm case design. The idea of Rolex expanding its chronograph offerings beyond the Daytona is not implausible. With increased manufacturing capabilities, it becomes logical to produce more chronograph movements, especially considering economies of scale. Notably, aside from the Perpetual calendar in the Sky Dweller collection, the chronograph movement is the only one not shared with any other collection. While it may or may not be a contributing factor, a recent competitive trend has emerged between Omega and Rolex in the creation of exceptionally deep dive watches. It would not be surprising if Rolex, in response, equips the Sea Dweller with a chronograph, strategically aiming to capture a portion of the Omega Planet Ocean market share. Absolute 2024 Rolex previews. Historically, just a few days before Rolex unveils their new watches at Watches and Wonders, screenshots began to circulate on forums, revealing images of the upcoming releases. There is widespread speculation that these leaks originate from authorized Rolex dealers or individuals with insider access within the organization. Regardless of their source, these leaks diminish the element of surprise at the official launch event. Anticipating a continuation of this trend, we recommend steering clear of forums in the week leading up to Watches and Wonders if you prefer to be surprised by the revelations during the event. What are your thoughts on the 2024 Rolex prediction that we shared in this video? We would like to see your answers and opinions in the comments section. If you liked this video, let us know that too in the comments section below. Remember to follow us too and give us a thumbs up. Once again, this is the Luxury World, and we look forward to seeing you again in our future videos.